As a Tibetan Mastiff owner, I've experienced firsthand the charm, strength, and loyalty of this remarkable breed. Tibetan Mastiffs are often described as gentle giants, but their fierce loyalty, intelligence, and independence make them unlike any other breed. Raising a Tibetan Mastiff is a rewarding journey that requires patience, dedication, and understanding of their unique needs. In this guide, I'll share my experiences and everything you need to know to raise, care for, and enjoy life with a Tibetan Mastiff. Tibetan Mastiffs have a fascinating history that's deeply rooted in Tibetan culture. They were bred by nomadic tribes in the Himalayas to guard livestock and monasteries, and their protective instincts run deep. This breed was a symbol of status and wealth, and they were often given as gifts to royalty. Tibetan Mastiffs have a natural, formidable look, with a thick, double-layer coat, muscular build, and an impressive stance. They are one of the largest dog breeds, with males typically weighing between 90 to 150 pounds, and some even reaching up to 200 pounds. My Tibetan Mastiff, Kuma, is a sight to behold, and his sheer presence is often enough to deter strangers. One of the first things to know about Tibetan Mastiffs is that they are independent thinkers. They're not a breed that will obey blindly. Instead, they'll evaluate situations and decide for themselves. This can make training a bit challenging, but it's also part of their charm. Tibetan Mastiffs are highly intelligent, but they require an owner who respects their autonomy. Kuma, for example, isn't interested in performing tricks or following commands just for treats. However, he's extremely loyal and protective of our family, and he shows his obedience when he feels it's genuinely needed. It took time to build mutual respect, but the bond we've developed is incredibly strong. When it comes to choosing a Tibetan Mastiff puppy, finding a responsible breeder is essential. Tibetan Mastiffs are prone to certain genetic health issues, and a reputable breeder will have health certifications for the puppy's parents, particularly for hip dysplasia. Kuma came from a breeder who took health screenings very seriously, and I felt reassured knowing his lineage was well documented. When selecting a puppy, look for one that's curious and confident, but not overly aggressive. Tibetan Mastiffs have a natural guard instinct, but they should also be calm and approachable, especially as puppies. Bringing Kuma home was an exciting yet challenging experience. Tibetan Mastiffs are highly territorial, so it's important to establish boundaries early on. Socialization is key with this breed. I introduced Kuma to various people, animals, and environments from a young age to ensure he would be well-adjusted and comfortable around others. Tibetan Mastiffs tend to be aloof with strangers, but with proper socialization, they can be well-behaved in different settings. Kuma is always on guard but knows when to relax and trust people I welcome into our home. Feeding a Tibetan Mastiff is another essential part of their care. These large dogs require a diet that supports their massive size and muscular build. I provide Kuma with high-quality dog food, rich in protein and fat to keep his coat healthy and his energy levels balanced. Tibetan Mastiffs don't eat as much as their size might suggest. They're relatively low energy compared to other breeds and have a slow metabolism. I feed Kuma 2 balanced meals a day and make sure he has fresh water available at all times. Due to their size, Tibetan Mastiffs can be prone to obesity and joint issues, so portion control and quality nutrition are crucial. One of the most distinctive features of Tibetan Mastiffs is their impressive coat. They have a thick, double-layer coat that requires regular grooming, especially during shedding season. Grooming Kuma is quite a task, as his coat tangles easily. I brush him at least twice a week to prevent matting and help distribute natural oils that keep his coat looking healthy. During spring and fall, he sheds heavily, so I increase brushing sessions to manage the loose fur. Bathing is only necessary a few times a year since their coat is naturally resistant to dirt. But when I do bathe him, I use a gentle, dog-specific shampoo to keep his skin healthy. Training a Tibetan Mastiff can be challenging due to their independent nature, but consistency and respect are key. Tibetan Mastiffs are not motivated by food as much as other breeds, so it's essential to use positive reinforcement and focus on commands that are meaningful to them. Kuma responds best to commands like stay and come because they align with his natural guard instincts. Commands like sit or shake don't interest him as much, but I've learned that respect and patience go a long way. Tibetan Mastiffs respond well to owners who show confidence and consistency, and they'll eventually develop a strong sense of loyalty and obedience when they know they're respected. Exercise is an important part of life with a Tibetan Mastiff, though they don't require as much as high-energy breeds. Kuma is content with 2 walks a day and some playtime in the yard. Tibetan Mastiffs are more active in cooler weather and can become lethargic in the heat, so I adjust his exercise routine accordingly. Despite his size, Kuma is surprisingly agile, and he enjoys activities like hiking and exploring new environments. Tibetan Mastiffs also enjoy having a job, so activities that stimulate their guarding instincts, like patrolling the yard or watching over the house, keep them mentally engaged. One of the most rewarding aspects of owning a Tibetan Mastiff is their loyalty and protective nature. Kuma has a natural guard instinct, and he takes his role as the family protector very seriously. Tibetan Mastiffs are not aggressive without reason, but they will defend their loved ones if they sense a threat. Kuma's presence alone is usually enough to deter anyone from approaching our property uninvited. However, he's gentle and affectionate with our family, especially with children. Tibetan Mastiffs are known for being good with kids, and Kuma is no exception. He's patient and watchful, and he instinctively knows to be gentle around younger family members. Tibetan Mastiffs are prone to certain health issues, especially as they age. Hip and elbow dysplasia, hypothyroidism, and certain autoimmune diseases are common in the breed. Regular vet checkups and preventive care are essential to maintain their health. Kuma has been generally healthy, but I make sure he has annual health screenings to catch any potential issues early. Tibetan Mastiffs also have a relatively short lifespan, averaging 10 to 12 years, so every moment with them is precious. Living with a Tibetan Mastiff like Kuma has been a truly unique experience. They're not just pets, they're companions with strong personalities, deep loyalty, and a protective nature that creates a sense of security and companionship. Tibetan Mastiffs are not the right choice for everyone, as they require a patient, confident owner who can respect their independence and understand their unique needs. But for those who appreciate their qualities, Tibetan Mastiffs are incredibly rewarding dogs who bring love, loyalty, and a sense of strength to any household. If you're considering adding a Tibetan Mastiff to your family, be prepared for a journey that's as challenging as it is rewarding. Their loyalty is unmatched, and the bond you'll develop with them is profound. They may require extra time, patience, and understanding, but the love and companionship they offer in return are truly special. With proper care, respect, and love, a Tibetan Mastiff will become a cherished and unforgettable member of your family.